Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another unbalanced breakfast with CthuLoops. Alright, so in the last episode, I think we may have actually finished all of the quests in Reaper's Coast. Now, I'm still not 100% sure. I really kind of wish I could see like maybe quest starters or something, at least on parts of the map that I explored. I guess that kind of makes things a little bit too much like an MMORPG, and kind of takes away from the exploration side of stuff, but oh well. So I think we kind of need to talk to Milady now? Although maybe she's hiding away because I've been calling her Milady instead of her actual name, which is supposed to be Malady, I think. Alright, Malady. But actually, before we proceed, let me speak with our companions to see if there's anything that they have to say. Losa?
What's up, Chief?
Say you'd like to talk about what happened during the exorcism.
Didn't work, did it? There's only one thing to do now. I need to ascend. If I can't get this thing out of me, then I'll need to become so powerful it won't be able to control me ever again.
Is that the best plan? Let's ask her what she thinks we should do now.
Whatever it takes to get stronger. That's the only way we're going to survive.
Suspicious, Losa. Suspicious.
Something interesting here.
Maybe you should talk to her about the people we've met lately.
What, this old gaggle of weirdos?
Ask if there's anyone from home she misses.
I don't know about home, but I do sort of miss the gang I travel with now and then. Crawler, Madcap, Papa Joris for sure. Musicians mostly. We all had our own stories, our own troubles, but when we were together and the music was with us, it was like none of that mattered at all.
Have we spoken to her about this before?
When you have people like that around you, you know, a family, even rain feels like sunshine.
Maybe we did speak to her before about that. Alright, fine. Sibyl?
Yes.
Say you'd like to discuss the recent revelations about her being the Prime Scion.
Yes. I am the Prime Scion. A revelation that came quite out of the blue, which is somewhat ironic, considering I'm supposed to be my people's foremost memory keeper. Quite slipped my mind, though. A slave scar will do that to a girl.
Ask if these revelations jogged anything in her memory. Ask how she feels knowing she killed all of those other Scions. That seems a little insensitive. Ask what it means to her, the sudden development or revelation of her importance. Let's ask about her memory.
Yes, a great many things. Days long gone.
She looks down, an uncharacteristic cast of melancholy passing over her face.
Gods, I was so young. Imagine it. To sit enthroned under a vast forest canopy. To look down upon a crowd of thousands, their bodies aglow with countless rays of golden light falling through the leaves. You hear their voices as one. One mind, one thought, and it's your name they incant, as if the word itself were magic. Sibyl. They said it like I was the cornerstone of their existence. Isn't that silly? I didn't even know myself.
Ask if she knows who she is now. So she ran away, you can certainly understand why. Ask why they performed the ritual she described. I guess?
Good question. It's a very lonely thing, indeed, to be the object of a people's worship. What is revered is feared at the same time.
She absent-mindedly fingers her needle, hesitates.
I used to love poetry. I used to love wandering the forests for days on end. I'd swim in the rivers and forget to dress after. It was fine. I was alone.
Well, well, well. Oh wait, no, that's when she was a kid. Never mind. You say you like poetry, eh? I have a poem for you. There was once a man named McGrass, whose balls were made out of brass. On a stormy weather, his balls clanged together and sparks flew out of his ass. What do you think about that? That works with the ladies. Guaranteed. 100% of the time. 20% of the time.
I'd bask in the sun. Sleep nestled among bear cubs. Nothing out there would harm me. But always, they would find me, the Scions. Always the mother tree would call me back. For one day, I'd be free no longer. One day, my legs would be roots. To wander would be but one lone memory among millions.
Sigh, she's never been free, has she? Say that sounds really rather horrifying. Say that clearly she meant a very great deal to her people. Didn't they mean a great deal to her? She's never been free, has she?
Clearly not. Though I must admit that even to sit on that throne amid that eerie crowd, destined to become leaf and bark, was not so dreadful a prospect as what came next. When I decided to run away from the Mother Tree with only the moon for my guide, it was a terrible journey. Soft-leafed branches became vicious like whips. Moss-bedecked rocks became sharp like the stone axes of old. I grew weary. I was bleeding, in pain, and how I gasped when for the first time an animal eyed me with malice and growled. That is when I heard them, the whispers and the taunts, the low howls of men, the snare cut so deep, the blindfold, it made me panic, the dark.
Take her in your arms, comfort her, tell her it's fine, she needn't go on, eagerly ask what happened next. Let's comfort her.
Somewhat to your surprise, Sabine doesn't recoil, but allows you to hug her.
Thank you. That very first moment of darkness. I've never been so scared ever since. Then there was the stench of those men. The burn of the ropes. The jeers and the kicks. Until the dark went silent. Even those barbarians didn't dare speak in the presence of the Master. But I'll not speak of him and his methods. Not now, anyway. If ever.
Alright, what do you think our next move should be?
We should sail off into the sunset in search of the Nameless Isle. An idyllic enough spot, no doubt.
Alright, fine. Bane, what about you?
Just when I think this land holds no...
Alright.
Still, at least this is an interesting variation on Dismal.
Ask if he's changed his mind about divine power, given everything that's happened.
I always thought my path was laid out. Become divine. Preserve what's left of your people. It was such an easy narrative. But what if you could do more? What if you could save them all? And worse, what if you had all that power, but they were not worth saving? I don't know. Tell me, what would you do?
Tell Fane if he had a wife and child in the clutches of the void, you would do everything you could do to save them. Say that if you had started this, you would put it right. The Eternals doomed themselves. If it were you, you'd live your life and stop worrying about the mistakes of others. I guess... Just live your life?
Fane nods slowly, lost in thought.
You're not entirely wrong. Then again, thank you. I will have to think on this.
Alright, ask what he thinks about the time you've spent together.
It has been unlike anything I ever imagined. To explore this world with you, to see this world through your eyes, even metaphorically. Well, it has been a privilege.
Wow, really? Bane? You've stooped to my level now? Besides, I don't know if anyone can really describe seeing things from Fabrosi's perspective as being a privilege. But anyways, what do you think we should do next?
Do what you want. What does it matter? My people are gone. Worse than gone. It's all pointless.
Wow. Thanks, you Debbie Downer. Fantastic. Alright, I guess then we should move on and talk to Milady. Also, in between episodes, I sold all our crap. I have sent a lot of stuff into the storage in the Lady Vengeance. And I should have eaten these things, shouldn't I? Ah, damn it. Alright, fine, let's go ahead and eat those things. Damn it. Okay, alright. Turn into an elf. Cannot deactivate item skills. What? Not asking you to deactivate them, damn it. Ugh, that's annoying. Alright, let's go ahead and eat this bloodied arm.
You are a young elf, very young. Still, the memories of eons dance inside you. You watch them like a play behind your eyelids. You are asleep in your family home when Roost's people steal in like a plague. A hand over your mouth, a hurried journey through the forests. You won't tell Roost how to find the others. The end comes quick.
Nice. And what about this hand?
You are running through a barren landscape. Brambles and weeds scratch at your ankles. Your heart is pumping acid, but you can't stop. Something catches you around the chest and you fall. The roughed ground scrapes burns into the flesh of your bare arms, your knees, your face, you as you skid to a stop. Footsteps approach. That's the Scion, a rough voice calls. Kill him.
Okay. That's, I guess, a dead Scion.
They tried to hide you. They put you in a cellar. They put you in a cave. They put you in the hills. They put you in a pit. In the end, Roost found you anyway. He tried to find your memories by drilling a hole in your skull. It didn't work, but you were finally free.
Fantastic. And the unidentified flesh, which does nothing. And also the Phoenix Heart, I guess?
You're soaring high about the treetops, moving effortlessly with your blazing wings.
Great. Okay, we got flaming tongues from that. Nice, I guess. All right, well, let's turn back into a I guess revert back to our original thing. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? Oh, there you go. Fantastic. Okay, now let me put my helmet back on. Thank you very much. Let's not forget to put Play Dead back in our thing here. There we go. And that's good, I think. And we have everything that we need, right? Okay, sorry about the kind of housekeeping crap, but it seems like we've got everything done. M'lady? Jahan? Hey, buddy.
Good to see you again. Marvelous ship you have here. Worthy of a king.
Wonder what he makes of M'lady. She is half demon.
She intrigues me greatly. I'd say it was brave of her to send Lohse after a demon hunter, but bravery implies something to be feared. She's fearless. One eye is sun, one eye is moon. I wonder which half of her nature she yearns will prevail.
Alright, inquire after his mission.
My mission has a name. Adramalik. He is the fiend that possesses your friend Lohse, but worry not. We'll find him, and we'll undo him. To the city of Arx we must go, where he disguises himself as Dr. Deva.
I guess that's it then. I guess we're going to Arx. Or the Nameless Isle, or whatever.
A sudden shuffle behind you, and Lohse's mouth is close to your ear.
Psst. Hey, Chief. I need to have a little chat with old Mouse about something. Mind if I butt in?
Tell it to go right ahead.
There you are, Lohse. I've been eager to hear a little update. Did you do as I instructed?
Do you not see Jahan standing right next to you? I know it's kind of easy to ignore, what with him just smelling like nothing but mushrooms.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, do tell. This sounds interesting.
That's one word for it, I guess. I met Jahan, and he tried the exorcism, but it didn't work. The demon's still knocking around in there, in here.
Well, leave it to me, Lohse. Mama Malady will think of something.
You will?
Of course I will. Surely you know by now you're my favorite.
Oh, hey, come on.
Really? I didn't think you liked anyone.
I didn't say I liked you. I said you're my favorite. The cherry pit at the top of the rubbish heap, if you will.
Hey, come on. Fabrosi should be at least somewhat close to the top of that rubbish heap. No? Or maybe he's the very base of it. M'lady, no? Do you want to go down below decks and I can show you what's below my deck? No?
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
It's the nicest thing I've ever said.
Alright, sorry about that. The stupid ass mast was kind of getting in the way of, well, us looking dramatic and shit. Okay. M'lady?
Aren't you supposed to be off learning how to become the divine and whatnot?
Meister Siva is dead.
Her eyes flash with something. Anger, perhaps, or fear.
But... never mind. We better focus on the task at hand.
She looks straight ahead, ignoring you.
Alright, so you've learned what you set out to learn, and you know the way to the Nameless Isle.
Well, aren't you industrious? It seems all the riffraff's back aboard as well. Ready to set sail when you are, Your Holiness.
If you choose to leave the area after this message, you will not be able to return again. Your open quest will be closed and archived. I think everyone is here. I think we have everything that we need. And I think we've got everything complete. That we can, at least. Alright. with this epic music playing, let's set sail.
Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwoe can go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
It's a very generic description for an adventure. More surprises and difficult choices awaited. Really? I mean, if it wasn't that, then it would be like a trip to the candy shop.
Here we are.
Then again,
the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Melody was unimaginative.
nice.
Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power.
Tell her you'll do what needs to be done for the good of the realm. Say that power, once yours, will be yours to wield as you see fit. Say you still aren't convinced you're the right person for the job. It's mine to see wield as I see fit.
That's true, technically. But do be wary of putting yourself first at the expense of others. Those who are mistreated tend not to bear their condition indefinitely. Remember that. You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all.
Ask her what you should expect on this island.
Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
Alright, that sounds great. Lohse?
Okay, wait. Before we go any further, there's something I want to ask you.
Ask if you can wait, you're about to enter the Nameless Isle. Tell her to ask away.
Okay, so... Did you hear the one about the pregnant lich?
Chuckler, tell her to fire away.
She forgot her prophylactory.
That's actually pretty funny.
You're very generous, thank you. I just want to lighten the mood, the smallest of scooches. I mean, we're at the Nameless Isle. One of us is about to ascend to Divinity, and we still don't know exactly who. I guess things are about to get, interesting.
Say you guess so, you wish her luck though. Tell her interesting is a nice euphemism for violent. Say you have no interest in becoming divine, really. Let's joke around. Let's just say that interesting is a nice euphemism for violent.
We've come this far together. There's no reason to turn against each other now. Not after everything we've been through.
Oh, I didn't imply that we're going to attack each other. Oh man.
I don't want to hurt you, and I hope you don't want to hurt me either. But make no mistake, if you come for me, I'm coming for you too.
Oh man, damn it. Shit. Should I reload? Let me reload. I think I made a mistake there. Damn it. Crap. That's not what I implied, Lohse. I thought what I was saying was that, you know, that we get into lots of royal rumbles with other people, not with each other. Come on. Damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to have an unprofessional you know, episode where I'm just reloading shit. But son of a bitch. Fine. Loading screens galore. Shit. Oh man, I done goofed. Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
Here we are. The next
Yep.
That's what's on that. Remember, you'll want to hurry now. Regard the...
Okay, Lohse?
Okay, wait. Before we go any further...
Yeah.
Did you hear the one about the pregnant
lich?
She forgot her
Funny.
Very generous.
Yes.
I guess things are about to get... interesting.
Say you guess so, you wish her luck though.
Same to you, Chief. Same to you. And when push comes to shove, I'll try not to shove too hard.
There, that sounds a little better. I mean... Kinda I don't... Never mind. I'm sorry, Sebille.
Sebille slides her hand in yours. Makes your heart skip a beat with her particularly coquettish smile.
Whoa, what's happening, Sebille?
I've something I need to tell you.
Okay, tell her you're all ears. Say you love it when she smiles at you like that. No, you wonder what you did to earn it. Oh, let's be flirtatious.
You earned it just by being you.
Oh, really? Grin and say that you get that a lot. Gently squeeze her hand. was kind of hoping I could romance Losa, but doesn't seem like she's in the flirty mood. Let's gently squeeze back Sabile's hand.
See, the thing is...
She scrapes her throat, hesitates, almost as if she's a bit nervous. There's a first.
I'm afraid you're going to accuse me of killing the mood, but... I need to talk to you about the Master.
The Master? Is there anything amiss? You're a bit disappointed. Tell her you were hoping this might have been about you. Heave a sigh of frustration. She can consider the mood killed. Alright, let's just take the second option, I guess.
It is about you, more so than anything else. There's no time to waste.
What? What? Wait. Right. And then that was it? What?
No time to waste.
Say you've long wondered how it all actually worked, the Master and the Scar.
And I remember saying I'd probably never tell you. Then again, why not? I suppose some stories were always meant to be told. So, here goes. No, hang on.
She retrieves a small flask from her backpack, uncorks it, and takes a big swig. Tears stream from her eyes as she offers you the flask.
They're tears of joy, I assure you. Here, have some joy.
Alright, sure.
You drink. It burns. Soon the tears run down your cheeks as well.
Everything in that one line is basically impossible.
Not bad, is it? So good it has us crying like babies. Now then, the epic of The Master and the Scar. Sounds like a melodramatic opera. There was, of course, some singing involved. It began when I woke in the dark room. He removed my blindfold, and still I did not see. He himself was darker than any shadow, but I could hear him give orders to another. Stingtail. How he came to regret the actions he performed that day. The Master bid the dream a dream, and so he did. He sat there. I could feel his hands upon my cheeks. He trembled, as if in pain. I didn't know what was going on until quite suddenly, his right hand became a flame. I screamed as he traced the design of the scar into my searing flesh, but I could not move, not an inch, and all the while the Master looked on in darkest silence.
Shake your head and say he had no idea such horror came with her scarring. Exhale sharply and say perhaps she should have another drink. Muse that what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I guess the first option?
Like I said before, didn't exactly feel like a kiss. So, once the scarring was over, and the pain began to fade, the training began. With words, whistles, snaps of the fingers even, the Master could make me obey his every command. Young, strong, smart. You know I don't exactly lack in qualities. Didn't take him long to train me in the arts of stealth, subterfuge, and assassination. It shakes me little now, all too little. But that first time, that first real kill, it was such stuff as nightmares are made on. I had now lived in the dark for what might as well have been years. I was in a wood, but the trees there were sick. Grey, leafless hydras sticking out of ashen earth. There were no stars that night. She sat, shivering beside a fire. I was nervous. I had to chase her. My hand hated itself, tried to resist, but there is no resisting the Master's song. My stabs weren't as mercifully exact as they should have been. I had to bring down the needle again and again as her screams flooded the forest with terror. When it was done, I crawled back to the Master, broken, crept back into the box, and through its cold black lid, he told me I had done well. Next time, I'd do better.
The Master and the Scar, tell her it's an epic that deserves to be unwritten.
You understand me completely. With the needle, I'll kill him. And with the needle, I'll strike his name from my skin. The bastard will be master no longer.
Ask her if she thinks she'd make a good goddess.
The very best.
She cocks her head ever so slightly and eyes you as innocently as a kitten.
Why? Don't tell me you disagree.
Smile and say you would most certainly wouldn't. Sibyl the Magnificent, she'd be more popular than Lucian ever was. Say you haven't given it much thought, you after all will be the one to ascend. Tell her you wouldn't worship a goddess wielding a vengeful needle. Sure, I guess we'll be playful.
Thank you. I quite agree, and I'm sure I'll have mercy on you when I'm a goddess. You, but a mortal at my feet. In all seriousness, though, the prospect both tickles and terrifies me. I mean, divinity. Will it be a blessing or a burden? Would we be truly omnipotent, or merely the servants of an unruly universe, as desperate for control as we are now? And then there's the question that makes me shiver most of all. Would we still be ourselves? Would I remain Sibyl, or would my mortal soul die upon gaining divine immortality?
Say that all sounds rather contradictory, you wouldn't worry about it. Tell her you've asked yourself the same question, all you can do is try and see. Say that if she doubts it, perhaps she should abstain from pursuing divinity in the first place. I wouldn't worry about it.
But I do, for I've no intention of losing myself once more.
Fair enough.
She sighs and closes her eyes, then smiles her easy smile.
Such a silly game we play, to be a god. It's quite wasted on mortals, if you ask me. We are all of us too blemished to become immaculate.
Okay, sure. Losa?
Losa looks pale and unfocused. She doesn't meet your eyes.
Ask if she's alright.
Yes!
Tell her you know her better than that. Is she struggling with a demon? Tell her she needs to let you know if she's going to lose control. Say she can tell you the truth.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Losa looks pale.
Ask if she's alright. Are you struggling with a demon?
Oh, no!
Well, I don't buy that, Losa, at all. I'm not gonna lie. Thane, anything to say?
This all looks familiar.
This seems like Thane's home turf. Ask what he thinks you should do. Wait, this is Thane's home?
It certainly has that air to it, but I would make a terrible guide. Whatever place this once was, it was destroyed long before your time. We must access the Council of Seven. But let's be careful. Despite appearances, I have survived a lot. I would rather not experience death here.
Council of Seven. Okay. Hey, Tarquin.
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you.
Oh, shit, oops.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Note that the island seems rife with dangers. Might he be able to offer any advice on how to proceed?
Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sounds of battle when the wind shifts correctly. And where there's battle, there's bound to be mercenaries. Glechu Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades will have them in their employ. Speak their words, and you might pass.
Okay. I guess then we now know that Tarquin was part of the Lone Wolves?
Speak their words, and you might pass. Consider it a token of my thanks for the assistance in retrieving Anathema.
Ask what he meant by his former comrades. Who did he serve?
Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the Deathfog cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him.
Growl that he's a liar through and through, demand to know why you shouldn't just gut him right now. Ask just what is this covenant?
It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all, on their knees worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me.
Tell me about the God King.
There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat, and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is. They're all the same, you know. Tyrants, liars, carrion birds. The best thing would be for them all to destroy each other and leave the rest of us to live in peace.
Alright, sure. How are you doing with the anathema?
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
Okay, sure. Almira?
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore. I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. Once I have that, I'll be free of the Covenant. And free to spend the rest of my days with Mahalli. See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts needed for a Swornbreaker, please bring them to me. I'll make it worth your while.
Really?
Also, you will likely encounter sworn followers of the God King on that island, I suspect. I would avoid combat if possible. Death can be less than final for them, if the God King wills it.
Alright, well, let's ask her for some advice on how to proceed unhindered.
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the island. After a long moment, she finally speaks.
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should seek him out. He's a foul creature, but not opposed to cutting a deal.
The Sallow Man.
Beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
Alright, cool. Fantastic. Well, I think now would be a good time to leave this off and come back tomorrow. I apologize that there wasn't much action in this episode, but occasionally, you know, we do need to speak to our companions and progress the story along with them and all that stuff. We might actually need to do some more speaking in our next episode, for which I apologize in advance. But I think there's a fair bit of people in the Lady Vengeance that we kind of need to get reacquainted with, like Corbin Day over here, as well as probably people in this area, maybe? Though I could be wrong. But I don't know. Didn't we also rescue some little child or something? Where is she? Oh, that was Dallas's assistant. Right, that's a possessed kid. Alright, well, let's leave this off here, and we'll come back tomorrow, and then talk to some more people, and then finally embark upon the Nameless Isle. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching, and have a good breakfast.